Good evening, Rams, and welcome back to another semester of Local Beats. I'm Abby MacPhail.
And I'm Kyra McKinley.
We have a great show planned for you tonight, starting with a look into what Rams are listening to on campus.
Followed by a sit-down interview with band Violet Visionaries, and a look into the open mic scene from the atrium.
And make sure to stick around until the end, where Kyra and I will discuss if a song's lyrics or beats are more impactful.
All this and more starting right now on Local Beats.
Today is February 1st, which means that Valentine's Day is right around the corner. The perfect opportunity to get your fix of public PDA, boost Hallmark stocks by 10 shares, and cry yourself to sleep next to the notebook and a bowl of ice cream. In the spirit of this pain, Kyra and I took to the LSC to ask students on campus what their favorite anti-love songs were.
Today we're at the Laurie Student Center celebrating Valentine's Day.
And to do that, we're asking CSU students their favorite breakup songs.
All right, I think my favorite heartbreak song is My Guitar by Boogie and the Hoodie.
Yeah, let's go. It's just me and this guitar playing a song. You can try stealing my heart, it's already gone.
Lovers Rock, a TV Girl.
Nice. TV Girl's a classic.
But if you're too drunk to drive and the music.
Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan.
That one does hurt quite a bit.
Something in the orange tells me we're not done.
It has to be Sweet Talk by Saint Motel.
Oh my gosh, I love Saint Motel. That's great.
It's a great band.
That's great. Yeah.
Sweet talk, everything you say, it's a high sweet talk.
Definitely, what is it called? The one by Joji? Glimpse of Us? That one puts me to tears, bro.
Ouch.
Cause sometimes I look in her eyes and that's where I find a glimpse of us.
I have to say Blank Space by Taylor Swift.
Nice. We love a Taylor fan. We love a Taylor fan.
Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane, but I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Okay, this is too real. I'm only a month into a breakup.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.
It's gonna be Edward 40 Hands by Mom Jeans.
I don't mind that you want some time because I like.
My favorite heartbreak song, I guess it's kind of a heartbreak song, but it's The Night We Met from 13 Reasons Why.
Take me back to the night we met.
Honestly, I love that.
Yeah, I actually have been listening to Sweet Talk by Saint Motel like a lot recently.
You know I'm a sucker for Zach Bryan. We both are. We both are.
Don't forget it.
Well, with that, Rams, don't tune out just yet. After the break, Abby and I will be giving you a look at some brand new artists right here in Fort Collins.
Living with someone you don't know on the other side of the wall is hard, especially if you don't know how to be a good roommate. The first thing that you'll want to do to be a good roommate is make sure that you always stay quiet. Be considerate of others when using common spaces and appliances.
Hey buddy, what you doing?
I'm just gonna need like 40 minutes. Be respectful of your roommate's privacy. Ugh, my bad. Finally, make sure that you clean up after yourself. Oh, fresh toothbrush.
Have you seen my toothbrush?
Follow these tips to get along with your roommates and your landlord.
Welcome back from the break, Rams. Okay, so imagine this. You and your friends are tubing all around Horsetooth Reservoir, basking in the heat of the summer sun without a care in the world. But wait, none of you can agree on what music will truly encapsulate the vibes you're surrounded by. Well, you don't have to stress about that, because a new local emerging band fits the bill. Violet Visionaries is a band made up of 5 Northern Colorado natives that are bringing fun and indie surf music to this landlocked state.
One of our friends describes our music as going to a Goodwill on a penny board and just riding around on the beach. Something kind of groovy and beachy sounding, but also still has some like love stories in there.
So far, this band has released 2 songs on streaming platforms, and they both have some pretty interesting origin stories.
I wrote Camper Story in 2018. I had just come back from volunteering at a bunch of camps, and there was this girl that was telling me about her really bad relationship at the time, and all I wanted to do was like make everything better for her. And she asked me to write her a song. So I just started writing about how I felt about the situation and just kind of how I wish I could help out, but couldn't. Yeah, that's like the story of Camper Story.
And our other song called Roller Coaster, that was kind of a joint effort between Garrett and I. And I think I sort of wrote it about I worked at a pizza place in Fort Collins and had a crush on a girl there, and it was kind of up and down. And so we came up with the with the idea of a roller coaster to sort of relate everything back to. And then Garrett did a lot of the imagery stuff for Roller Coaster in the lyrics.
And no matter what you're feeling, Violet Visionaries aims to make songs that meet you where you're at.
It's going to sound a little pretentious with it, but it's like people aren't just one thing all the time. And I think the songs, we don't set out to write like a sad song or like a happy song. It's just like, here's the emotions, here's what's behind it, and then how it comes through. It's like, on the surface, it's pretty happy, and a little deeper, it's not so much, but it's pretty accurate to life.
I think sort of the other thing is most of these songs kind of happen after I've processed sort of a sad moment, and so I don't really look back on it with a lot of anger or malice or sadness, and so I think it's fun to sort of tell that story with a little happier, upbeat feel.
Okay, interviewing them was so much fun, and they have some even funner music, so I definitely suggest checking them out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever looking for an indie surf band, we actually, might have a place coming up.
Right?
Have you ever considered participating in an open mic night? Well, this locally based bar has one every Tuesday. Last week, I got the privilege of attending, and this is what it was like.
So I'm Hunter, and I'm one of the co-owners of the Atrium as well as the Alley Cat Coffee House. Basically, we started the open mic as kind of a replacement for the open mic that used to happen up in the Alley Cat Coffee House. And yeah, it's been a really fun time so far. Probably one of my favorite things about it is it's a really supportive community. So what I've found is that we have everything from extremely experienced musicians to people who are like really amateurs or novices. They're all really supportive of one another. So like there's no act that's really too small to give it a shot out here. It can be a little intimidating, but I think that the community really rises to support that here.
I think most people do struggle with getting up in front of people, and they get pretty nervous, and that makes sense. And that's a beautiful thing about open mics. That's literally what they're designed for. So I encourage people to come out, come try it. Maybe the first time, come see it, and you'll really experience and see the setting and the environment we provide here.
We really love the local music scene here. Like it's a big impetus for opening this place was kind of catering to like that maybe that like in between step with bands that haven't quite gotten a foot in the door in some of the bigger venues. And over the last year, we've grown to have a lot of really outstanding acts play the space. So yeah, if you're a musician, come hang out. If you're not, also come hang out. We'd love to have you.
I loved the Atrium. I loved the vibes, and the Austin and Hunter were just awesome to talk to.
Yeah, it was amazing, and I got to go with her to open mic, and honestly, I got to say, it was amazing. Mitchell, the guy who's doing the finger picking, was so insane. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah. We'll definitely be back.
Yeah, and if you guys want to see some unique music, we suggest going. But for right now, that's all we have for you. But stick around, Rams, because right after the break, we will be talking about musical news in the state of Colorado. Stay tuned.
Good evening and welcome back to yet another installment of Colorado Concerts. This is the segment where I get to talk about music news and upcoming shows in our beautiful state. To start off, we have some information that has been at the forefront of many former emos' minds, including my own. Alternative rock band Panic at the Disco has called it quits after nearly 20 years in the industry. Originally, Panic was formed in 2004 by Brendan Urie, Ryan Ross, Spencer Smith, and Brent Wilson, but was later joined by Dallin Weeks. Notably, the band has dwindled over the years down to just Urie, amid the passing of emo culture that encapsulated youths across the country during the mid to late 2000s. To all the former emo kids out there, I think it might be time to retire the inch-thick silicone bracelets from Hot Topic, but who knows, this could be for the best. As for bands that are still alive and kicking, Denver has some awesome shows coming up. We have Louis the Child, If Raves and EDM Are Your Speed, and they will be at Belly Up Aspen on February 10th in Aspen, Colorado. Plus, Newfound Glory is keeping pop punk afloat on February 11th at the Oriental Theater in Denver. Finally, all you lonesome cowboys can catch Zach Bryan also at Belly Up Aspen on February 19th. Unfortunately, that makes up all the Colorado concert news I have for you, but stick around to see our new music recommendations for this month, as well as all the talent we got to see around campus.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Welcome back to the show, homies. Thanks for sticking with us this Wednesday. Are you a broke college student looking for a new anthem? Well, look no further. Earlier this week, Kyra and I put a guitar in the Laurie Student Center and asked students if they could play. The results looked a little something like this.
Today we're at the Laurie Student Center to see if CSU students have any good guitar skills.
Totally broke, got no money, but it's okay. We're gonna strum these chords, and I'll play guitar for people I've never met, but hey, we made it this far.
I was scared of dentists in the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations, but all of my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in their dreams.
Well, you've done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back.
Guitar with. I'm just supposed to
just make it up. There.
This is nothing. This is at least anything's ever better.
I had so much fun filming that.
That was so cool. I admittedly was a little nervous that we weren't going to get anyone, which is why the last guy was one of our friends we had play the guitar. But we got some really cool people. There's some very talented students here at CSU.
Absolutely.
And with that, guys, make sure to stay tuned because after the break, Abby and I will go over our favorite tracks from the last month for you to listen to.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's all good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back from the break, Rams, and welcome into our next segment, New Music Recs, where Abby and I will give you guys our favorite songs from this month in hopes of making an impact on your future playlist.
To kick it off, I'm starting with Regret Me by Daisy Jones and the Six.
You regret me and I regret you.
I'm going to be totally honest. I found this song on my new music recommendations Friday playlist, and I thought it was so good, and I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
And you told me this band is from a TV show that doesn't even exist yet.
But here's the thing, this is new music recs, not new band recs. So like it's fine. We're going with it.
I'm glad that a TV show about a not even real band has good music. You know, if they had terrible music, I feel like it would ruin
Well, it's a really popular book, and I'm glad they're making it into a TV show. And we are a sucker for the 70s, so you know we'll be watching.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Although this one is a little bit different from the first one we showed you, I have Go Down Appalachia from Pony Bradshaw.
Go down Appalachia, yonder stands.
I love this song. This is the first song from Pony Bradshaw that I ever heard. And it's very driving through the mountains in my car during the summer. And I just vibe with it.
And like I was saying earlier to Abby, how it kind of reminded me of like a Tennessee country house, like Golden Hour, Wheat Going Through the Wind. We get different vibes, but that's the nice thing about music.
Oh,
that's the nice thing. Yeah.
My mom would be proud since she's from Tennessee, so she'll be happy you said that.
Yes.
Up next, we have Dawns by Zach Bryan featuring Maggie Rogers.
Waking up when the season's gone, 'cause I've wasted all my dawns on you.
I feel like you can't go wrong with Zach Bryan. Who doesn't love Zach Bryan?
Oh, we love Zach Bryan. I don't know, especially in Colorado. Like, if you don't like Zach Bryan, you gotta reconsider your citizenship. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I think he's great. I think that he has music that everyone can listen to. And, you know, he makes such a wide variety of songs.
Like, and for moods too. Like, I know, like for you and me, it's a little bit more of a sad mood, but like, it really fits everyone.
Yeah, you can put it on any playlist and it'll be happy.
Yes, I agree. Well, kind of jumping into my recs now. We got Gold Rush Kid by George Ezra coming up first.
Not alone, although you feel alone, you're just like everyone, you're holding on.
Okay, first off, this guy is a personification of sunshine.
Yeah.
I love him. And he's the best person I've ever seen in concert. He's literally insane.
I mean, the only song I've ever really listened to from George Ezra is Budapest, but
from the first album.
Again, everyone loves that song.
Yeah, I mean, the new album came out in about July, I think. Really good, though. Very upbeat, happy. He made it in COVID. Lots of, like, mental health topics. Really good, though. But next we got another good one coming up from you. It's See the Light by Stefan Sanchez.
Hold me up until you see the light. Oh.
Okay, so a lot of people know him for his 1950s pop songs, but he really does do a lot of folky pop too.
Yeah.
And this song, I think, really kind of encapsulates that for him. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it was very Mumford & Sons, and I love them. So this is definitely a song that is going to land on one of my playlists for sure.
Yeah, it's already on mine. It's already on mine. But next up, we got Wildflower by the National Parks.
We're going very folky today. And I kind of love it.
It's my vibe. I think because I'm kind of nostalgic for summer, you know,
yeah,
and like folk is really like, especially with this song, like it really reminds me of hiking, and I love hiking. But like when the wildflowers are coming up in June, and it's like,
and it's by a band called National Parks.
True.
So it's for hiking.
Word association, vibe association.
Can't go wrong.
One will never know.
Absolutely. And with that, we move on to one of my favorite parts of the show, the breakdown. This is where Kyra and I debate music topics and hopefully come to some sort of consensus.
Yeah.
And today we are asking, what is more important to a song? Its lyrics or the beat behind it?
When you guys came up with that question, that really kind of threw me for a pin.
Yeah, it got me thinking for sure.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think it really depends on my just like state of mind maybe. But you know, I love Noah Kahan. He wasn't on this time. Sure, he will be eventually. But his songs sound really happy, but they have like a lot deeper meaning, which is something Violet Visionaries was talking about too. Yeah. And I think that's something I really like and appreciate because it kind of meets you where you're at.
Yeah, for sure. I think that the 1975 is also very much the same way, where a song can sound really happy, and it is actually the saddest song I've ever heard in my entire life. And so, I don't know. I think that when I listen to a song for the very first time, I'm definitely listening to the lyrics for sure.
Yeah.
But kind of what draws me in is definitely like the beat.
I was going to say, I don't know, like for me, maybe depending on like what I'm doing or what I'm feeling, but maybe more the beat the first time. Recently, I know it's kind of boring, but I've really been getting into like piano music. I love it. I love it for school. I love it for school. But like even that, I feel like it's good for like contemplation and stuff. But of course, like I feel like when you're feeling very deep things, music is a really good medium and expression to like understand those feelings and kind of work through them, or just like be in that state where you can feel them.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like the lyrics come in a more like impactful way, you know?
For sure. And I think I've never been a songwriter. But if I were to be a songwriter, I would definitely have to start with the lyrics because that is what progresses the message the most. But with a beat that doesn't match it in a way that is cohesive, you end up with a terrible, terrible song.
I never thought about that because I'm not a songwriter either. But like, I've always just kind of assumed like lyrics and then you come with the beat. But I wonder like if anyone does that opposite. Maybe Greta Van Fleet. I don't know. Like maybe you come up with a cool tune and the lyrics just come with you. But yeah.
It definitely, I don't know. It's weird because listening to lyrics definitely is what I connect with the most in a song.
Yeah.
And like I can really like the lyrics, but if I don't like the beat, then I'm not going to listen to it. But if I really like the beat and I don't really care about the lyrics, I'm going to listen to it. So that's when you kind of have to figure out, you know, why am I listening to this?
I agree with that. And it's also interesting you say that though, because like for me it's like a reap what you sow type thing. Like if you're listening to stuff that's like maybe negatively, like if you're really sad and you're playing like some Zach Bryan and it's like it's making it worse, maybe that's where you're like, oh, this feels good, but like we gotta think about this. But like I don't know, I really think that's interesting actually. But if the beat's just like absolutely horrendous, there's not much you can do about that. That is for sure.
I think that at the very core I'm going to have to settle with the lyrics are more important because I think that's where the core message of a song is, and that's what music is. It's all just self-expression.
So
I agree. That's also why I don't listen to EDM. So I don't know. Not a big EDM
it's also like a staple Colorado thing. I think
true,
you gotta listen to EDM at the gym and stuff. I don't know, but like I agree. I'm gonna have to agree. Lyrics over beat. But yeah.
There we go.
Man, Rams, it has been so great getting to be with you guys tonight. And it looks like that's all we've got. Thank you for tuning in to the first local beat show of the semester. I'm your host, Kyra McKinley.
And I'm your host, Abby MacPhail. Have a good night.